Hello, Santan students. Mr. Johnson here. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. And today I'm so excited. We have a special guest. This is my sister, Joneien Leah. She is a fashion designer and she lives in Norway. This week we're going to be looking at fashion design. Some of you that may have watched my video on architecture before may have heard me say or mention fashion design, may have heard me mention that my sister is a fashion designer. And so here she is. Fashion design is another awesome branch of art. It's a career that I'm sure some of you probably out there know about. So today I'm going to interview my sister, and she's going to tell us all about fashion design and how you can get started in it yourself. So I want to say hello, Joneien Leah.
Hello from Norway.
Do you want to say something in Norwegian for them? Yes, she knows how to speak Norwegian, y'all. Yes.
Ja, det kan jeg gjøre. Jeg bor i Norge, og jeg er motedesigner.
See, I have no idea what that said, but sounds cool. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. So, very first question. When did you know that you were going to become a fashion designer? Like, how old were you? Were you like, already a grown up, or were you like, say, 8 or 9 years old?
I was 5 when I knew I was going to be a fashion designer. I actually probably knew before then, because every time I had a piece of paper and something to draw with, I was drawing a dress and I was making clothes for Barbie. And it wasn't until I was 5 that I learned this word fashion designer and that was a career choice. So then I told everyone, when I grow up, I'm going to be a fashion designer. And
Awesome.
then it came true.
And then it came true. There you go. And I'm sure you probably worked very hard to get to that point. Like when you were 5 years old, I'm sure you're like, I want to be a fashion designer, but you didn't know all the steps it would take to become one, huh? So what steps did it take to get from 5 years old to where you are now?
Well, first I learned how to sew at a very young age. And then when I was in junior high and high school, I took classes to learn how to take sewing patterns and make clothing for myself. So that was a really important step to understand how clothing is made. And then,
Cool.
of course, I went to college and learned even more. And I'm still learning things to this day.
You never stop learning, huh? Very,
No,
very,
you
very.
never stop learning. There's always something new, technology or skills, uh, history, culture. There's so many things you have to constantly learn.
Gotcha. Um, but wait. So we're talking about like all this culture and art and stuff like that. But so you don't need to know math or reading or anything, right? You don't need to know that stuff, right?
No, actually, that is so important. Writing every day in my job, I have to write emails to describe what I want to make. And so that the people in these other countries can make what I have created in my head. And math is so important. You have to know how to measure, you have to understand shapes. When you think of
Uh,
your clothing, they have a shape. And when you look at that shape, what does that shape remind you of? The human body. It looks very similar. So this geometry is very important.
Geometry. Yes. I tell my all the time. I'm like art and math. They go together. And that's a very good example of yes that even later on in life, math is important. Yeah.
Yeah. And but
um,
then there's beautiful, beautiful results when you combine math and art. together and culture and create beautiful works of art and fashion.
Very cool. Very cool. Let's see, another question. So, most of I teach kindergarten all the way up to sixth grade. And so they're pretty young, even though some of them think they're like grown already. But since they're pretty young, they have their whole school life ahead of them. They have their whole lives ahead of them and stuff. But if any of them were interested in becoming fashion designers later on in life, like where do you see? I mean, we're talking like 20 years in the future. Where do you see the future of fashion design going?
Oh, the future is so exciting because technology is now starting to combine with your clothing. So in the future, there will be smart clothing that can, when it's hot outside, your clothing will keep you cold. When it's, cold outside, your clothing will be smart enough and say, okay, we'll change the temperature. Color changing,
Well,
uh, 3D technology will be very important. I have some things to show a little later. And
cool.
as well, having things that are more earth friendly. We have a little ways to go, but 20 years from now, we will have clothing that will return to the earth, will not damage the earth. Things will be recycled and more natural. And we may even be printing our clothes in our home. You wear it, and when you're done at the end of the day, you put it back in the printer. So tomorrow you can print a brand new outfit. I believe it's coming in 20 years. So you are the generation that will bring this technology to people's homes.
That's really cool. So you mean like I wear the same shirt every because like that's what I'm doing right now during this whole stay at home thing. I think I need to wash his shirt. Yeah. So
Yeah, well,
um,
this process, it will clean the material before it reprints it.
that's really cool. That's really cool. Awesome. Awesome. And then last question before you get a chance to show us some of your stuff. 'Cause I see behind you there. You got some awesome
I do.
clothes there. That can't wait to show us. Do you design for like um, do you design for just certain people, like women, or do you design for little kids, or do you design for everyone, or how does fashion design work? Like can you design for whoever you want?
Well, in order to have a very long career, you have to have the ability to design for anyone and anything. I have designed everything from clothing to uniforms to accessories for men, women, and children in my career. But each job that I've had, you have something called a target market. So this is the person you have in mind when you design. So you think about, are they a girl? Are they a boy? How old are they? Do they have a job or do they go to school? And but in my personal design life, I like to design for women. I love dresses and I love prints and colors, as you probably can see a little bit here.
Color, nothing wrong with colors. I tell my students all about the primary colors, the warm colors, the cool colors. Yeah, everything. Yep, yep. Very cool. Very cool. Well, yeah. Please show us some of your designs. And I understand you have some, like you were mentioning, you have some stuff even on the computer too, huh? To show.
Hmm.
All
Yeah, I'll
right.
show a few clothing things first and then I'll show my technology. So here you can see there's like a couple of dresses here that are the same shape. We call it silhouette, but they have two different designs on them. So that's something that designers will often do to kind of, we don't have to have each piece completely unique. It looks very different in new colors.
Mm.
I have this dress here, and I'm actually wearing it myself, and I
Oh,
call this
okay.
one the Leah dress. So it's a little bit of my signature dress, like similar to a shirt, but I like what I call like angles and asymmetry.
Oh,
Always
asymmetry.
very by yes. I'm very inspired by architectural lines. So you'll see that some of the things I design remind you of buildings and architecture.
Oh, gosh, I wonder
And
about
here,
that. Hmm.
and here, this is example of similar design elements that make two completely different things. This here is a top, and you see they have a V-shaped neckline, strap in the back. Then I also made this in shiny fabric.
Yeah, I
So
was
then
gonna
it
say it's different fabric. Yeah.
makes for the evening. Totally different look. And then here, again, the same V-neck and the
Oh,
strap,
okay.
different sleeves, but this one is a maxi dress.
Ah.
So there can be a lot of variation depending on what colors you use, what fabrics. You know, this dress right here is neoprene, which is a form of a scuba material. So it's really like, look at this. It's real
Oh,
kind
so
of different.
is that something you can wear in the pool?
If you wanted to, it is waterproof.
Okay.
Even has scuba suit details with the zipper.
Cool.
So there's a lot of opportunity out there to get really out of the box when you design clothing, but it's still something that people could wear.
Cool. Very cool. That's cool. I didn't even realize that you can have the same design, but just by changing up the colors, just by changing up the layout and stuff like that, it totally makes it totally different from one from the other.
Mm-hmm.
And that, yeah,
It's a
that's pretty.
secret in the industry that we do recycle some of our ideas, but then the
Ah,
is to make it look new again.
cool, cool. Well, real quick, before we wrap up here, you want to show us, you had mentioned like 3D design on the computer. So like, I know some of my students are really talented on the computer. They can draw stuff, they can do stuff on the computer. Some of them like to play games on the computer a lot.
I
But
do too.
3D design is definitely the future. I know that is. You look at, movies like Pixar or other things with like the MC, like the Marvel movies, special effects, all done in the computer. So you're telling me that like similar to those things, you do 3D design in the computer for designing clothes too, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Let's check it
Exactly.
out.
All
Let's check
right.
it out.
Let's share my screen. And here is the program that I use to design the clothing. So here's the Leah dress that I mentioned. And over
Okay.
here, you can see these are the pattern pieces. This is the shapes that make up this dress.
Now these pieces are these like puzzle pieces, or do they all go together
Yeah, it's a
like
little bit
puzzle?
like puzzle pieces. So when I click on this piece here, you can see as it highlights in this window here, it goes all the way around like that on the body.
Oh,
This piece here. So here you can get an idea of how these puzzle pieces fit together to make clothing.
that's
So
cool.
I
And of course,
really love.
they get sewed together, right? You don't glue them together. You like sew them together,
Oh,
right?
you have to sew them together. I'll show a little trick here. Make her into a pose. So this is actually a pattern and design that I sent to get the Leah dress made that I'm wearing today. So this
Cool.
this is all real. but it all started in a program 3D. Now, this program, a similar program, is also used to make the clothing that's in video games, in some of your favorite movies. They use this type of program to make the clothing for the characters.
Very cool. Wow. I see a lot of buttons though.
Yeah, there are a lot of buttons, but this program's not so scary once you learn it. So I would recommend, learning computers and technology. You may not jump into this particular program, but just knowing computers is very important for most careers, but especially fashion design.
Yeah. And I would add like I mentioned in my previous video, anything doing with career or design, like architecture, like fashion design, like interior design, like anything. Yeah, computers is the world. Computers is the world. Oh, look at that! You just changed your color. Looks totally different. Yeah, look at
Yep.
that.
So this way you can also preview if you think, oh, it'll look good in this color, in this print, and before you ever make a single garment, you can preview this in this program. So I have a lot of fun with this. It reminds me a little bit when I was a little girl and I played with Barbies and I would change her clothes and make new clothes and new outfits. It's a little bit like that, only at a more grown up level.
Yeah, I wonder how many of you out there have Barbie or maybe American Girl dolls and stuff like that. Trust me, some of you guys tell me about your American Girls or whatever like that. I've been there, done that with this young lady right here. Yes, I've been, she's done it all. I played with her with it all. So all you brothers out there playing with your sisters, it's all good. All right. Well, this is anything else to show us on the computer, or is that it?
No, that was it.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I think just for time's sake or whatever like that. I don't want to put anybody asleep out there, but I think we're going to go ahead and end it here. But I think this was an awesome interview. It's always good to see you. But write me a chat, friends. Write me a chat in Microsoft Teams or send me an email, james.johnson@husd.org, and let me know what you thought of this video. And certainly, I'm sure my sister and I would love to do some more chats on this. I'm sure you have lots of fashion to show. But yeah, she is just a reminder. She's coming to us live from Norway, so she's find Norway on the map. But thank you so much, Joneien, for joining us. And anything else you want to say to my students?
Yeah, there was one more thing. Because I know some of you out there would love to design your own clothes right now. So there's a website I like to recommend called picturethisclothing.com, and you can take a template of a dress or a t-shirt, leggings, a beanie I think they have. You can color whatever design you want, and with your parents' permission, you can order that dress or t-shirt and wear it yourself. So Ryan, I'm sorry, Mr. Johnson, he's my brother. So I'm used to growing up calling him by his first name, but Mr. Johnson will share this link to you.
Yes, link. Yep.
And even if you can't, order your own t-shirt or dress, you can print out their templates for free, color them in, and I'd love for you guys to share these with Mr. Johnson so he can show me and I could see all the budding fashion talent out there.
Ooh, very good. And certainly, before I like you mentioned, it's free. But if there's anything that needs to be ordered, whatever, make sure you get your parents' permission first. All right, make sure you get your parents' permission first. So, all right, well, I think that's about it. So again, greetings from Norway, greetings from Arizona. Again, always nice to talk to you, and I think that's about all I have. So, bye for now, and you can say goodbye in Norwegian if you like.
Ha det bra. That says me.
Zane. Oh wait, that's Germany. Okay. All right, bye.